Hello everyone, it's Pigeon Boy 06 Dylan, and today this is gonna be okay. You might be asking, Dylan, why are you talking about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer even though the Christmas is already over like 2 days ago, right? Well, we're still in December still, so since we're still in December, I just thought, may as well talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which it was supposed to happen back in December last year of 2021, which that was planned from last year, but then that didn't happen because I didn't decide to do it, so now I finally get to do it this year. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it, since it's even though it's not Christmas anymore, which has been 2 days ago. But anyways, enough talk about that. Time for me to talk about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Well, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is like quite a lot of years since Rudolph came a thing. And without Rudolph, who's gonna guide his Santa's sleigh to see the fog and storm and everything and like that? So it's really good that Rudolph exists. I'm glad he's there for Christmas, for December Christmas even day. And yeah, and there's a couple of Rudolph movies and cartoons and whatnot, and the one I've watched is the 1964 Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which is a stop motion movie one, which I've been mostly watching that like every single December week. And now, since it's no longer Christmas, which has been 2 days ago, and I just watched a new DVD, which I got in Christmas Day, which I've been going to be watching it again, well, tonight, which that's not on here talking about. So anyways, back to Rudolph. Rudolph, he has got coded names from other reindeer in the reindeer games, which they're being mean and whatnot. But then they all been all nice to Rudolph, and then Santa lets Rudolph to guide his sleigh tonight, and Rudolph is happy about doing the sleigh tonight, like he'd be the honor to do it. And then they went up to Misfit Toys Island, and they made it, and they got all the Misfit toys, and then now all the Misfit toys can now get loved by a child now. So now the Misfit toys now can be so happy again. And also, while I'm talking about Rudolph, let me talk about the Rudolph videos I've also made. I have done a spotted remix of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which that was like 2 days ago, and that was in Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, I done a spotted remix on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie from 1998, which that one I like quite the most. But I also like the 1964 as well. So I like the both Rudolph movies. I like the both. But I made two spotted remixes. The first one is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the musical, Donald the Human spotted remix. That one is pretty something, and it is a spotted remix after all, so it's maybe all crazy and everything. And also, I find that quite funny, which I don't know why. It's just so funny in that spotted remix. I just find it funny. But anyways, with the next one of the spotted remix was Rudolph and Blitzen. It's just Rudolph making different noises, doing some kind of beep beep thing, the way that noise does, and then Blitzen's hoof does that like so many times, which that's going to be pretty something. And oh yeah, if it goes faster, like much faster, yeah, it might get even more annoying than ever. It'll get more annoying. But yeah, the Two Spotted remix is pretty something. Okay, the Rudolph animation. Let's talk about that now. Let's talk about that next. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Part 1 animation that was going to happen in December 2022 this year. But since we're almost the end of December, and it's just like a couple of days until it's the new year, which will be starting in January 2023, there's not really a point of me getting the Rudolph animation done, which I will get it all finished probably during 2023. Like during the start of a new year of 2023, I'll still get the Rudolph animation all finished and everything. But the thing is, I need to wait for the whole 11 months to get to December again just to upload the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer animation. But that's the thing is, I have plenty of time to do it, so I could get the part 1 the animation all finished, and then hopefully I could get it uploaded in December. So the Rudolph animation thing should be done by December in 2023. Okay, now since I'm talking about all the Rudolph videos that I've done on my channel, time for me now to talk about something else about Rudolph. Apparently there's a Rudolph studio which I found out when I searched up on YouTube, and yep, a Rudolph studio is a thing. The Rudolph studio is a thing, and it's really weird because like one, there wasn't a commercial or advert about the Rudolph studio like they did with the Rudolph pancake. There's no commercial on the cereal. It just came out of nowhere. But that is something, but it's a thing. The Rudolph cereal is a thing. Oh, there's a next thing I could talk about. Will Rudolph ever get a new movie or some kind of Rudolph thing happening again anytime soon? Well, to answer that, I really don't know. But it would be really good if there is some kind of Rudolph movie thing on the works for Christmas again, when it's December again, and then there's a new Rudolph movie thing to watch. Because they haven't done a new Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie for a very long time. And I think the last one that they done was probably since 2001. I think 2001 is like the last time that they've done one. Oh, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer 4D, I know that's like also a thing, which that's kind of like included in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in 1964 in a different DVD, like a different version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So there's like a different version. Oh, speaking of that, let's talk about the different versions of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So in 1964 of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, in the original credit scene in the ending, there is in black and white, it's not in colour, and also in the original credit ending, the elf was holding the present, and it mentions different people's names that made the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And also, what I even heard, in the original version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that's in black and white, in 1964, the original version, Santa didn't go and save the Misfit toys in the Misfit Toys Island, which I think I think people complained about it, and then eventually in 1965, well, in the new version, like probably the final version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they added a new scene where Santa goes and saves the Misfit toys in the Misfit Island, and they did. And then just in the ending, it's just most of it's quite the same from the original, but all the changes in the ending was instead of the elf throwing the present away with different people's names on the present, instead it shows words on the screen when the elf was throwing a misfit toy down to the to the boy and girl's house to get the present, which that's a new version, like the new final version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But again, I wonder if, will Rudolph ever get a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer new movie anytime soon? Hopefully there is. I'm hoping there's some kind of Rudolph movie thing happening, because they haven't done one like a while. Even though if there is a new one, if it's just basically about the same thing, then why not just do some kind of thing again? But with, okay, let's just say they have done a stop motion Rudolph, and then they've done a cartoony one like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer the movie from 1998. And then in 2001, it looks a bit similar to 1964, except just a bit more different looking and different graphics in it. So I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, they could do some kind of live action Rudolph movie. Like, see a real life reindeer of Rudolph, like the real live Rudolph reindeer in the live action movie. That would be an interesting way to start with to get Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie again, if there is a thing of the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer happening. And I have seen like some kind of trailer of it, which is probably just a fan made, so it isn't real, but hopefully there is some kind of Rudolph live action movie thing happening, because one, they haven't done a Rudolph movie for a long time, which I'm probably going to keep saying it over and over again during this video, so I'm going to keep saying it over and over, and which that's going to be annoying for some people, but I have to use it. There's no other words to say, but anyways, and then two, it's a good way to see Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie coming again in December for a new thing for a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie. Or do some kind of with Rudolph, because like they haven't done anything with Rudolph. Okay, the only thing they did was the Rudolph cereal, which it just came out of nowhere from 2022 this year, so it kind of came out of nowhere. So hopefully we might get some kind of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer thing for 2023 next year. Well, when it hits 2023 very soon, because it will start, like in a couple of days, 2023 will start. So, yeah. Okay, I think I pretty much covered mostly all the things about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then the videos that I uploaded about Rudolph, and then talking about if there is, or maybe hoping, or hopefully, if there's some kind of Rudolph movie happening in the works, or something like that, hopefully, if that's a thing happening. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you are new, subscribe to my YouTube channel and the notification bell so you won't miss a video from me. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys later. So goodbye, everyone.